The big question that's currently being debated over by numerous economists is, will we be better or worse off after the rise of robots? Like any other major change, for example, moving from a nomadic lifestyle to an agricultural lifestyle or a feudal system into an industrial one, people have been forced to adapt to more modern economic systems. Usually, though, this comes with some backlash. As we discussed with the rise of capitalism and ideas of one profiting and making personal wealth, groups such as the Catholic Church were large opponents to this new way of life. Today, many people are strongly opposing the rise of robots. For example, blue collar workers and those trained in various trades are experiencing robots that were created to have the same functionality as any other human employee like his or herself. This innovation, though, can be very frightening. Many people in the tech world are looking for ways to have a sort of social safety net if this massive job loss from robots is to come. Policies such as universal basic income grants in cities like Silicon Valley have been mentioned so that everyone has a little money to live on when the tech jobs are lost. No one, though, can be certain what the future holds. But according to many experts, this wave of job loss may be more exaggerated than we think. A paper titled Robots and Jobs from MIT Economics discusses this when saying that because there are relatively few robots in the US economy, the number of jobs lost due to robots has been limited so far, ranging from between 360,000 to 670,000 jobs. This is equivalent to only a 0.18 to 0.34% decline in the employment to population ratio. This isn't to say that the number of jobs lost will increase with time, but this major labor market transformation isn't predicted to be as severe initially as people may think. On the other hand, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics compiles future employment projections. In its most recent analysis, the agency predicts that 15.6 million new positions will be created between 2012 to 2022. This amounts to growth of about 0.5% per year in the labor force. While many jobs may lose their significance in the near future, many careers may have little chance of actually becoming computerized, such as recreational therapists or mechanic supervisors, just to name a few. Now, we need to analyze the many benefits that will come from this new wave of technology. Many robots are being designed to work collaboratively with people to better society. According to Daryl M. West in a Brookings Institute paper, the early 21st century saw the first wave of companionable social robots. These were small, cute pets like Ibo, Pleo, and Pero. For example, Pero is an extremely cute seal and socially assistive robot that university researchers and tech companies have developed for people with special needs. This includes seniors with dementia, children with autism, or adults who have suffered from strokes or other conditions. Robot-assisted therapy sessions are also now being used on children with autism for improvements with social interactions. In this case, robots are much more simple and predictable. Robots are not only helping on smaller scales such as these, but their implications in business are going to be even greater. In an article written by Heather Knight from the Brookings Institute, she says that the goal is to create guidelines that allow social and collaborative robotics to flourish, safely exploring their potential for positively impacting our lives. Many Americans have feelings of uneasiness and anxiety when it comes to the acceptance of robots. But with laws and regulations to create good robots, people can better experience the human collaboration that robots offer while utilizing their higher level of thinking and mechanical capabilities. With today's fast-moving technology, job retraining is also going to be at the forefront. As I said earlier, the rise of robots requires people to adapt to the different skills and types of jobs that are necessary to work amongst these modern innovations. Interestingly put by Harry J. Holzer in a Brookings Institute paper, in the jargon of labor economics, the machines substitute for the former, but they complement the latter. The former will face declining wages and/or employment, while the latter will face rising labor demand and better employment outcomes. Machines are seen to greatly increase productivity for businesses in the future, Where the labor demand will be placed is in the need for skilled workers who know how to complement these machines. Many analysts are urging that people learn more general skills rather than specific industrial ones. Adam Smith, though, would probably disagree with this notion, as he was a major proponent for specialization. Holzer discusses that this would include 21st century skills like technical literacy, critical thinking and problem solving, adaptability to new work environments, and social and communication skills. Skills such as these would allow workers to be less replaceable when the time comes to adapt to this further changing field. Not only would job training require reforms, but also our country's education system could also use a change moving into the future. Economist Andrew McAfee argues that our education system is in need of an overhaul. It is frustrating that our primary education system is doing a pretty good job at turning out the kinds of workers we needed 50 years ago. Basic skills, the ability to follow instructions, execute defined tasks with some level of consistency and reliability. By effectively making improvements to this system, young people could have the tools for meeting the changing labor demands. It is extremely difficult to determine if we will be better or worse off after the rise of robots and new innovations. As I said in the beginning of this presentation, this is just another major change that society will have to adapt to, whether that be through job retraining programs, government policy, reconstructed educational curriculum, or even just sentiments towards robots and their usage. With these changes, robots may be more commonplace than people realize today. Although this movie may sound like another Terminator movie, these advancements are inevitable regardless of people's discomforts. If people learn to embrace robots and advanced machinery, they may see the compliments that they can offer our society, so we will be better off in the future.